As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I am here in the USA, in one of the many beautiful national parks here you have across the country. And I know what you're thinking, how the hell has he got those earphones on there? They're clearly connected to a computer and this hot cup of coffee. Well, you see, ladies and gentlemen, it's simple. I'm not actually in a national forest. This is the green screen, and there's nothing even in this mug anymore because I drank it all. Okay, green screen. I fooled you, didn't I? Didn't I have you all fooled? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here today. Today we're going to be checking out 10 national parks here in the USA. The top ones. Before we get into this, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you've noticed, but we are on a straight and narrow road to 200,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mad. It's crazy. I'm going to set us a challenge, okay? 200,000 by the end of the year. So we basically got a month. I know what you guys are going to smash it, aren't you? You guys are every single person who watches this is probably going to subscribe, and I'm probably going to do the next video crying. That leads us into the transition into the video. What? Let's go.
My favorite of
Zion.
5 national parks. It's
Look
located
at this.
in Springdale or just under
I love it already.
St. George in
I love it already.
southwest Utah. Zion's
What I
scenic
don't
drive
love
cuts
is
right
my
through
current camera's autofocus. Hello, are you okay? I'm right here. Don't make me, because I'll do it.
center of its beautiful steep red
Look
cliffs.
at
This
that,
place is
man.
filled with a handful of some of my favorite hikes, and even a hike that's dubbed the scariest hike in North America, and that is Angel's Landing, which is 4.3 miles with
Wait a minute. Wait, surely this should be here. Surely the railing should be on this side? Because I'm not going to fall here, am I? I'm going to fall down there and die. Hey. Hey, man, I don't know.
with roughly 1,800
It's a
feet
risky
of
take,
elevation.
right?
And after the switchbacks, you have the famous change section,
What?
which is a narrow strip of trail with 1,000-foot cliff drops on both sides.
Oh my god,
And a few
my
other
stomach
classic
just
hikes
fell
to
out
do
my
here
ass.
include
I'm
the
not
Narrows,
even
Zion
lying.
Canyon Overlook, Emerald Pools, Court of the Patriarchs, and the Watchman Trail. And if you're looking
What?
for something off the beaten path to do here, Colab Canyon in the northwest section of the park is a must.
Surely that mountain is not called Pullout Canyon. Pullout Canyon. Have I...
And if you're looking for something off the beaten path to do here, Colab Canyon in
Oh.
the northwest section of the park is a must.
Imagine.
At number 2, we have Glacier, which is one of my all-time favorite
Ooh.
parks. It's filled with beautiful
Oh my
aqua
God.
blue alpine lakes, towering mountain peaks, glaciers, and all sorts of
Nah,
Glacier is
man.
located in northern Montana, just under the Canadian border. This park also has a handful of
Hey!
family-friendly options and
I'm telling you right now, I'm speaking to your face. I'm in your face. Don't know what that means. You better appreciate where you're from. Everybody in the US right now, you guys better appreciate where you live. Forget about the shit that's happening recently across the world, World War III, political differences. Shove it all into the corner and forget about it. It's over there. It's over there behind enough. I put it all behind the fire because no one, we're not talking about that. All right, ever again. For another 4 years. Where was I? Yes, appreciate where you're from because you live in a beautiful country. I've said this like 2 or 3 times before. Because I compare, every time I watch a video, I compare it to where I live. And where I live, simple form, excuse my language, shite. And you may be thinking, oh, Adam, no, Ireland's beautiful. No, it's not. It has a few spots here and there that's all right. You guys have so much to look at. And if you guys are near any of these places in this video, you better appreciate the beauty that you live and are surrounded by. Because 99.9% of people on Earth, including me, don't got it. I got a mountain here called the Mourne Mountains. It's more of a green hill than anything. It's an okay view. When you go up it, it's decent, but it's got nothing on what you guys got. So if you're listening to my voice right now, I'm inside your face, remember, with all our political differences and World War II opinions all behind this fire that's not actually putting out any heat at all. You appreciate where you're from. All right, thank you.
to just hang out at, like Lake McDonald, Logan Pass, Jackson Glacier, and St. Mary's Lake. But there's also a never-ending amount of insanely beautiful hikes.
This
like
is the- this
Cracker
all
Lake,
this just
Iceberg
reminds me
Lake,
of
Grinnell
Red Dead
Glacier,
Redemption
and
2.
Highline Trail,
If you know,
and
you know.
So much more. It's a great place for climbing peaks, but the rock is loose and the peaks are technical. But there's just such a range of things to do here.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Next up is Yellowstone, which is one of the most touristy parks in the country. But
What?
also one
Oh
of the
my
most
God, look
unique
at that
and amazing
bull,
ones.
or
Yellowstone is home to the
buffalo.
famous Old Faithful geyser, which erupts at predictable intervals every single day. It's also home to Grand Prismatic Spring, which
Wait a
to me
minute.
looks like it could quite possibly be the heart of our planet. The colors are just so rich and beautiful.
Is that steam? Is that actual steam?
Possibly be the heart of our planet. The colors are just so rich
Oh
and
my
beautiful.
God,
But
look
there's
at
also so
that.
much more to Yellowstone than these iconic places. While you're here, you also need to check out Norris Geyser Basin, Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, and Black. While you're here, you also need to check out Norris
Oh, what, bro, has this exploded? What the flip? I'm excusing my French. I'm trying to cut down my cursing, ladies and gentlemen, so excuse if my cursing offends you. Sorry about that, but I'm not changing. I'll try and cut down, but I'm not changing who I am because people on the internet don't like it. So, I'm me, unapologetically, and you should be you unapologetically. And accept everybody for who they are. Except if they're a cunt. Excuse my French. Oh my god. If only my camera could blur out my bad languages instead of my face!
Geyser Basin, Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, and Black Sand Basin. Black Sand Basin, we saw one of the most beautiful
Look at that
sunsets
bubbling!
of our lives here. But like I
Holy-
said, if you're coming here, definitely make sure you save some time to check out other places other than Old Faithful and Grand Prismatic.
Alright, I will do. Look at that, man. That's incredible. Why is the water so blue? Our
After
water's brown
Yellowstone,
over
we're
here.
just going to drive an hour or two south and reach our next destination, Grand Teton National Park. The hub for this park is
Grand
the town
Teton?
of Jackson. You can drive here from Salt Lake City to the south, Denver from the east, or my favorite, from Idaho to the west. If you drive from Idaho, you get to go through Teton Pass, which is a great place for backcountry skiing and snowboarding, and a great place for photography.
Look at
Once you
that.
enter the park, you'll be greeted with surreal views of the Tetons. The most famous peak here is obviously Grand Teton, but some other notable peaks are Middle Teton, South Teton, Tiwanaw, and Mount Moran, rising high above the lakes below. My favorite
that
hikes here
trees on the
include
side of
Delta
that?
Lake and Lake of the Crags, but if you're looking for some easier hikes or just some great destinations,
You can
you
always
should
tell how big a mountain is depending on how big the trees look on the side of it, man. Look at these. Look at these. These are these trees. Big, massive fucking things. Look at that. Tiny.
check out Hidden Falls,
Tiny.
Jenny Lake, and Taggart Lake. Also, Schwabacher
Why is this woman
Landing
everywhere,
is a great
bro?
place to see as well. Hopefully I pronounced that right. We'll see if I get roasted in the comments, who knows. But in both the Tetons and Yellowstone, there's wildlife, so please keep this in mind. Keep your distance to respect the
What are
animals,
they?
and
Is that a
just enjoy
buffalo?
seeing them
Look at
from
that
a
big
distance.
fucking head,
One last
man.
unique thing to do here is to take a scenic flight around the Tetons from Jackson Hole Airport. It's a surreal experience, and you can also fly over Yellowstone if you'd like.
Okay.
Most
Yosemite.
famous national park in the country, especially now after the documentary Free Solo came out. Yosemite Valley boasts some of the most impressive
Look at the
granite cliffs
waterfall
in the
over the
country,
place.
which the notable peaks and walls here being
Oh, damn.
El Cap and Half Dome, both of which have iconic rock climbing routes, but you're also able to hike to the top of both of them. Although for Half Dome, you will need a permit because the hiking route is via the
You ne-
cables, which
wait,
have a permit system set in
you
place.
need a
If you're not
permit to
looking
climb a
hike, some
mountain?
Great places to visit are Glacier Point, where you'll have
Why?
stunning views of Half Dome. It's a great spot for sunset, and then also Vernal Falls and Nevada Falls. Taft Point is another great destination, and of course Bridal Veil Falls and Tunnel View. Really, everything you're going to do here is incredible, and even just
Hey!
to drive through the park.
Holy, that just exploded inside. I was going on with this cameraman. Where is the most beautiful place you've ever been to in the US? Let me know, because I don't think I've ever asked you this, guys. I know a lot of you guys are from the US, like 80% of people watching my channel. But I don't think I've ever asked, where's the most beautiful place you have been that's inside your own country? Let me know in the comments box down below. Okay? And maybe we could do a video on them. If you guys want to send some of the nice spots you guys have been to around the US to my email, I'll flash it up on the screen right now. Please do, and I'll do a video on them in the near future.
And through the valley is awesome. At number 6, we have Mount Rainier in Washington
Mount
State. Rainier is
Rainier?
one of the most unique mountains in the country. It stands tall at 14,410 feet.
14,000 feet?
Towering over every single other mountain in the area. Washington State is home to the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, a
Oh my God.
never-ending amount of jagged and steep mountain peaks. But Rainier stands above them all, and on a clear day, you can see Rainier all the way from Seattle. It's a great backdrop to the skyline.
What?
And it's a glaciated volcano, so there will be snow on the mountain year-round.
That's
My two favorite hikes in
crazy.
the park are Mount Fremont Fire Lookout, which is a great sunset hike that's 5.7 miles round trip.
Look at that.
Just over
You're basically
1,000
on top
feet
of the earth.
elevation gain. And my other favorite hike is Myrtle Falls, and this one is less than a half-mile round trip, so it's a very easy and quick stop. And
That's
this is
so
also a great
cool.
area
That's
to
so
see
nice. Look at that,
wildflowers.
man. Imagine having a little ham sandwich up
Next
there, bro.
up, at number
Holy.
7, we're going to be heading to northern Arizona for Grand Canyon.
Before we jump into the Grand Canyon, please don't be jumping. Let's not jump into the Grand Canyon because we'll not be getting out. We'll be dead. Jesus Christ, what type of fucking transition is this, bro? Alright, hello. Fundraising. Over on Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, recently I've been doing a fundraiser for a charity called Cash for Kids in Northern Ireland. It's a charity that basically raises money for children and kids all around Northern Ireland over Christmas and basically get them toys that they might not be fortunate enough to get from their parents. So you can either donate toys to it or you can donate cash. But from now until the 15th of December, I've been doing it for like the past 2 streams. We've raised over £1,600, I believe, so far in 2 streams, which is absolutely bonkers. I would love if you guys could come over and contribute. If you've got a spare tenner sitting around, it would go a long way. I'm going to be doing it until the 15th of September, I'm going to be streaming every Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. We'll be donating all the money we raised on stream then. Sound good? Thank you. There's a link down below in the pinned comment. Come follow and then notifications on so you know when I'm live. Alright!
National Park. I feel like this list wouldn't be complete without including this bucket list location. The Grand Canyon is one of the most special places in the world. It's no wonder millions of people travel here every single year. The Grand Canyon has an unfathomable amount of layered bands of red rock that showcase millions of years of geological history. Over millions of years, water carved out the canyon through water's tremendous erosive power. And while the Colorado
I never knew that. Water did this? How the hell did water carve out the rock?
River flows through 7 states. As it flows through the Grand Canyon, it's home mostly to Arizona. There are tons of roadside pull-offs to enjoy the Grand Canyon, but if you're looking for something a little bit more intense and adventurous, you can check out the Bright Angel Trail or North Kaibab Trail, which will take you all the way to a white sand beach at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. It's almost a 20-mile day, but man, this is such an amazing experience. The Grand Canyon is also home to the Hopi Salt Trail, which is a place that much less people know about, and it is outside of the national park boundary, but the Hopi Salt Trail is a very long and difficult hike. It takes you to the bottom of the Little Colorado River and the Colorado River where they meet for the confluence. While this hike is just a few miles outside of the park, it's still very much a part of the Grand Canyon, so I thought it was worth noting. And it's a part that few people make it to, might I add, because it is very remote. I have a very detailed travel guide on everything you need to know for this place, so I'll link that in the caption if you'd like to see.
That is so cool. I'd love to go there, bro.
Next up, we're in New England and on the coast of Maine at Acadia National Park, a region quite possibly home to the most beautiful fall foliage in the world. But this park has so much more to see, like Cadillac Mountain, where during October to March, you are the first person in the entire country to see the sunrise, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And there's also a handful of places along the park drive that have beautiful coastline viewpoints where you can just hang out, watch the waves and the tide come and go. Good stops for this are Schooner Head Overlook, Sand Beach, and
I can't get over the beauty of these places, man. It's incredible.
Is the Precipice Trail and the Beehive Trail.
You know, I want to know, who put these in? How the hell do you even put them in the wall? The iron stairs. The hell?
This trail and the Beehive.
How the hell do you get them in?
You can hike these separate if you like, but if you're up for a few additional miles, you can hike them together as one big point-to-point hike. These hikes ascend the mountains of Acadia, and you're climbing the rock with the assistance of iron rungs in the rock. It's pretty exhilarating, and maybe not for those that have a fear of heights.
Oh my god, I don't have a fear of heights. I'm not scared, but I'd be scared.
It's almost a mixture of hiking and a Via Ferrata, where you don't actually need any.
Gives me butterflies.
It's worth noting that the town for the park, Bar Harbor, is stunning and a great destination on its own. At number 9, we're heading back to Utah, but this time we're going to Moab and we're going to Arches National Park. Arches is such a unique place. There's more than 2,000 documented arches in the park, plus pinnacles, balanced rocks, and other kind of geological formations. It's beautiful, but the best time of day here is golden hour, where the entire park lights up pink and orange. Arches is great for landscape photography and hikers, but it's also an extremely family-friendly park, and you don't need more than a weekend to see the best places this park has to offer. You could even see quite a bit if you only had one day.
Oh my god,
one
that's
hike
incredible.
You have to do while visiting here is Delicate Arch, a 3.2 mile hike with 600 feet of elevation gain, and you'll also have to do Double Arch, which is less than a mile round trip from the car. And if you're looking for other great places to see and hikes to do, you should check out the Windows, Tourette Arch, Sand Dune Arch, Landscape Arch, and Park Avenue. Last up, but certainly not least, is in my now home state of Colorado, and that is Rocky Mountain National Park,
Look at the size of this.
Which is just over an hour outside of Denver. Rocky Mountain is one of my favorite national parks. Oh, hell no! Special place in my heart. It's one of the first national parks I went to, and probably one of the places that sparked my hiking career. There's some national parks where you can see the best of the best without hiker. There's some.
What is this? Why is there a building camoed? Who lives in there? Bigfoot. Bigfoot got the double glazing in. That's literally windows right there, isn't it? That is a cabin of some sort.
National parks where you can see the best of the best without hiking and just by driving. For example, Yosemite. But Rocky Mountain is not one of those places. Sure, there are a few places that are less than a 2 mile hike, like Dream Lake, Emerald Lake, and Bear Lake. But if you really want to see the best places this park has to offer, you need to plan for some pretty big hiking days. Some of the best places, in my opinion, are 7 to 14 mile hikes, if not longer, and this includes Sky Pond, Andrews Glacier, Chasm Lake, just to name a few. You can also take a scenic drive on Trail Ridge Road, which is the highest continuously paved road in the United States, crossing the Continental Divide at 12,183 feet above sea level. Rocky Mountain is also home to Long's Peak, which is the only mountain in the park that stands above 14,000.
That's incredible. I didn't realize Rocky Mountains were that big.
In the entire state, with a hiking route to the summit and hundreds of rock climbing routes. That's going to wrap up this video. It's worth noting that this list is relative and everyone has their own opinion opinion. These are just my
This is what I always don't get, because whenever they do top 10, we start off at number 1. So it's kind of like, you know, he's not ranking them in a way. It's just a list of 10, which I suppose is the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Either way, I enjoyed that. And I flipping, honestly, I'm so jealous. Very jealous. So if you guys have got this on your doorstep, you better go to at least one of these. You better, because I would if I were you. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, just a reminder, we're on the road to 200,000 subscriptions from your faces. I feel like at the start, did I say about the end of year goal? 200k by the end of the year. If we can do that, my God, that would be sick. You know what? If we do get 200k subs by the end of the year, we'll do a little celebration live stream. We'll come and chat and it'll be cool. And we can hold hands and sing songs together. All right. Goodbye.